And hi again, everybody. Jim Stevens back with you here in the finals area, Zone A, as we're now going to bring you one of the most prestigious events in the world of table soccer. It's the World Championship Men's Doubles Final. On the right side, out of the USA, that's Blake Robertson starting in the forward position and Ryan Moore at goal. And over on the left side, out of the Netherlands, Twan Hermans. And what a story he is. He won singles yesterday, looking to double here today. And his partner, Mark Dost. Netherlands versus the USA. And what a story Twan Hermans has been. Trying to become the first player since Frederic Collignon, and I believe it was 2007, to win both doubles and singles at the ITSF Multi-Table World Championships. Starting off here on the tornado table, the American home table, Twan will have the first possession against Moore, who makes the block up into the air and off the table. Best 3 games out of 5. See it here. Watch, Ryan showed it to him. Was there to make the block up into the air and off the table. Here's Moore, who can be so dynamic offensively at goal, just looking to, as he did in that previous match, get his partner some possessions. Angles this one up the table where it's picked up by Robertson, who tried to hit that near corner. Blocked by Dost. It comes back to Blake. Another block by Mark. Here's Twan. What an experience for this young man. A real class act. He's a really nice kid who is playing some great table soccer here this weekend. Ryan Moore has won a multi-table championship. I believe it was 2010 when he beat Frederic Collignon in the singles final. For Blake Robertson, who does have a gold medal playing with Team USA, this would be his first multi-table final. For Twan Hermans, this is his second in 2 days. And Mark Dost, who has been a solid member of the Dutch national team for many years, what a thrill this must be for him to compete in his first doubles or singles final. Mark, I believe, was a member of the Netherlands team that finished, I believe, second back in 2009 to the US World Cup team. Still no score here in the first game.
Yes.
Get Ryan there to make the block.
Ready? Wait. Okay. Ready?
Moore will put the ball back into play. We'll play one game here, and we'll move back over to Leonhardt. That's really been the key for Twan Hermans. He has had some big wins. He has had some big wins against tornado players. In fact, he beat Ryan Moore in singles. Watch here is Ryan again, staying home on that far side.
Ready?
Final match of a Friday night here in Murcia, Spain. Robertson will reset. Take it out to the far side. Dost out there waiting for him. Another one. Same result. The 2 goalies not giving up anything right now. Blake Robertson and Ryan Moore, as you saw in the semifinals, defeated Ruben Heinrich and Min Young Bai. Twan Hermans, Mark Dost had to defeat another American team, Billy Pappas and Terry Rue, to get here. Still no score. Hermans against Moore. Fires it home far side, so the Dutch are on the scoreboard first here in this first game. Nerves of steel from young Twan Hermans. Showed it yesterday in singles. Made all the big plays when he needed to. And has done the same today in the doubles competition. 1-0 lead early on here, and again a block here by DOST. Now, of course, the Americans have the option of bringing the strong right arm of Ryan Moore into the forward position, should they elect to. So far, it's been tough going for Robertson offensively. Blake once again. Robertson finds the hole down the middle. Blake finally able to find the back of the goal as he hit the center part. Even at 1, you're in the first game. Ryan again looking to get Robertson a possession, and he does so. Blake trying to go to the corners, and DOST simply not giving him the edges of the goal. Shot down the middle on goal by DOST. Let's see if Ryan begins to shoot the ball here momentarily. Right now he's been feeding Robertson. Blake something like 1 for 7, and Ryan indeed is going to shoot it. He's going to score it. But he strokes home that pull shot, something he is as good as anybody in the world, maybe ever. This one's going to come back, and then Ryan's going to make it disappear. And Twan Hermans gives his team the second goal in this opening game. We're even up at 2. And again, Twan proving that he is an outstanding tornado player. Looking for the lead here, Robertson. Taking some time and tries to come down the middle. Boy, DOST has been really good defensively so far. And again, this one up into the air and off the table. Chance here for Hermans, and he's able to stroke it home. So Twan Hermans, Mark DOST leading 3-2 here in this first game on the Americans' home table, thanks to an effort like that. But back come the Americans to even it up at 3. And so important, especially in a big finals match, to hold on your home table, as Robertson finally able to find a corner against DOST. Big ball here. 3-3 here in the first game. Smoothly through that high lane goes Hermans. He is unconscious here this weekend. Just playing great foosball. But Moore there to make the block. It's grabbed on the 5 by Robertson, and he'll step away and call timeout as we're even at 3 here in this first game. Dost will set it up dead center and look at the banks. After Ryan put that last pull shot on goal, and Mark will call time out. Opening game of the men's doubles final, tied up at 3 goals apiece. Jim Stevens with you from Murcia, Spain. Getting into the weekend, of course, it'll be World Cup time, starting early tomorrow. Dost puts the ball back into play, trying to go with that quick 3-quarter outside bank. Slides wide of the goal, where it's picked up by Moore. And Ryan with a pull kick this time. That's 2 for Ryan Moore here in this first game, and there is no more dynamic shooter in the world from the goalie position than Mr. Moore. Boy, you saw that one cut between Dost's men. He was out there. And taken away here by Robertson. The Americans looking to hold on their home table, and Robertson will get a chance to win game number 1 right here as he sets it up. Quick shot near side, and again, Dost knows, and I'm guessing that Mark has watched some video of Blake Robertson, knows he likes to go quick, knows that he likes to go to corners, because he was out there waiting for him. Mark off the inside wall, taken right back by Blake. So now, is it a quick straight? Let's see. Sets it up. It's going to take some time. Again, for a first game win, Robertson. Again, Mark there, and again, it's blocked up into the air and off the table. Mark Dost has been sensational defensively so far against Blake Robertson, who has had some opportunities off that outside wall towards the goal, picked up by Moore, and his shot blocked and taken away by Twan HERMANS. Quick shot near side, Moore with the block, grabbed by Robertson neatly on the 5, and then through that near lane, another chance for Blake. Shot down the middle, this time Dost reads it, comes back to Robertson, who fires it home. It's 1-0. The bad news for Blake Robertson is that Mark Dost really blocked him well in that first game. The good news for the American player is that he had lots of opportunities, and despite shooting probably 25% in that opening game, including that last one, he was still able to score enough to win, even though, of course, Ryan Moore pitched in with a couple as well from goal. And you can almost count on that. You got to figure Ryan is probably going to get at least 1 per game from the goalie position on the Tornado table. But now we move over to the Dutch home table, the Leonhardt. Nice crowd watching this match on a Friday evening. Almost 11:30 p.m. here in Spain, Central European time. Been a great one so far, and it figures it's going to be a good one throughout this match. Both of these teams so strong on their home tables, and we're looking forward to what could be a really classic match. Twan HERMANS looking for 2 titles here, trying to become the first player since Frederic Collignon to win singles and doubles at the Multi-Table World Championships. We'll see how it all plays out as Game 2 gets underway. Blake Robertson will look to get his team on the scoreboard first here in this second game, but it's blocked and taken away by Dost. Mark setting it up in the middle, and this is a very bankable table. That one blocked by Robertson comes back to Mark, who sends it off that outside wall. He's going to spin back to Blake. Robertson now will set it up again, looking to strike first, trying to quickly come down the middle. Blocked and taken away, and that was really the call after Dost blocked all those shots to the corner, but then Mark made the adjustment and is not giving up the straight hole. That's just really smart defense from a very smart Dutch player in Mark Dost. Ryan Moore will put the ball back into play. No score here in the second game. 1-0 lead for the Americans. And And the pass attempt here, and we saw Ryan in a previous match on the Leonhard table attempting to pass most of the time, especially early on. Mark sends that one on goal. The rebound grabbed by Twan. Hermans focusing. And finds that hole down the middle. It's 1-0. Saw that hole and then found it. Another chance here for Hermans against Moore. And he loses the ball. Ryan with the pass, and Robertson can't hold on to it. Off the outside wall, and then off the post by Dost. And quick one by Hermans, taken away by Moore. And again, the pass was there, but the catch wasn't. Of course, perhaps some nerves. The biggest doubles final in the world. Big crowd, all the lights, the cameras. Let's see what Blake does here. And he finds that near corner. 1-1. Robertson not showing any nerves here as he was able to drill that one home to the near side of the goal. Hermans trying to go through the lane, taken away by Robertson. And then Blake mishandles it. It comes back to Twan. Hermans to the near side. It's 2-1. Didn't take much time here. Got it, and you can see the standard grip resulted in a goal. And a recoil. Robertson able to rattle this one through. Blake fires it home again, working the near side. It's 2-2. It's the Franco Lupacella, the lead official here. The timer, and Mr. Schlanka. There you see him. Pinked off that inside wall again by Dost. We're even at 2 here in the second game. 1-0 lead for the American duo of Blake Robertson and Ryan Moore. As Twan Hermans will shoot for the lead, trying to bring it over and then angle it through. Moore looking for it, made the block and took it away. Ryan still looking to pass. Again for the lead. Twan Hermans. Taking some time. Trying to flip it over down the middle, and again, Moore not giving it to him. Ryan, a very clever goalie himself. Shot down the middle on goal, so Ryan now has switched gear as he's looking to score. Mark Dost. Still 2-2 here in game number 2. And a timeout called by Dost. Tony having a good time. One of the most familiar faces in the world of table soccer, Mr. Spreadman, cheering on his fellow American teammates. This one's going to be blocked by Robertson, comes back to Dost. Sends that one on goal. Rebound grabbed by Blake. And stolen away by Hermans. Twan. Swings, misses, gets it back, and then quickly comes to the near side after a little bit of a fake. He knew the clock was running. There was no loss of possession, so he grabbed it quickly and shot it quickly. Three-two now in favor of the Dutch. Another chance for Hermans. And that one's going to get away from it. Misfired on the first shot, then it kind of squeezed to that dead zone. Ryan Moore will put it back into play, and Ryan's going to look to score here. You would have to think. Tried that pull kick. Rebound picked up here on the 5 by Twan Hermans. Robertson with a block as he tried to go along the wall. Still 3-2 here in the second game. Been a very defensive battle so far. Both goalies playing outstanding defensively. But there is Twan finding that hole down the middle. It's 4-2. So the Dutch team a goal away from defending their home table as Twan Hermans finds that hole down the middle. Blake Robertson. Fires it home far side. The Americans have been in this position before. In the semifinal match against the German pair of Min Young Bai and Ruben Heinrich, they fell behind 4-2 in both Leonhard legs before coming back to tie it and then eventually win it in that fourth game. We're down 4-2 here as well. Now make it 4-3 after that one by Robertson. But a chance here for Twan Hermans to send this match to game number 3, tied at a game apiece, but Brian there to make the block and take it away. Ryan going to look to bank. But first, he'll call time out. Ryan Moore puts the ball back into play, trailing 4-3 here in the second game, leading 1-0. Ryan fires that pull kick home. It's 4-4. And that's 3 in the match. Watch this one. This was deep. Oh, it hit off the man, off the inside part of the goal and in. And suddenly it's 4-4. Boy, he is such an impact player from that goalie position on both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively. And this one's stolen away by Robertson. A chance for the Americans to steal this second game. As Robertson sets it up and calls time out.
The big blocks. Stop. Wait a second. Illegal serve.
He touched it like 4 times.
Yeah, but it didn't only touch. No,
I watched it move forward a little bit.
No. He just tapped on it. It was no movement on the ball. He didn't move it with the second finger. Kom op, Tony. Dit is helemaal mooi. Kom, cadeautje. Kom. No! Ja! Kom, doe je! Hey, je hebt een beetje spanning.
We gotta host this thing.
I tried to give you that one. You weren't moving, so I wasn't sure.
Back to Tornado we come. Robertson will put it into play, opening up the third game. Dost setting it up in the center. Off that inside wall towards the goal, kept out by Moore. And that beautiful pass here, Ryan to Blake. Robertson for the early lead here in game number 3. Finds that hole to the far side. Watch here as Blake nails that far corner. But HERMANS puts it into play, advances it along the near wall, will set it up. Shoot the snake shot against Ryan. Twan tried to come near side, blocked up into the air and off the table by Moore. Watch here, Ryan will post him up. But that hole was there. He just simply missed it. That explains the reaction after the shot. Twan knew that he had it. Just did not quite execute it. The ball will be put back into play by Moore, who sends it up the table, and it's grabbed here by Dost. Mark again tried to bring it over and go with that outside back. Ryan scored 2 in the first game. That one ripped off of both posts on that near corner. Robertson picks up the rebound and fires it down the middle. Blake Robertson taking his time nicely here and gave just enough of a move to get Dost off the hole. Two nothing lead now for Blake Robertson and Ryan Moore on their home table. Blake with a nice tic-tac wall pass, a quick one to the corner, up into the air and off the table. Very obvious that Mark Dost came into this match with a very precise game plan. Knew exactly what he wanted to do, and that involved not letting Blake Robertson have corners. He knows how quick Blake can be, and I'm sure a lot of these teams have scouted the American players, certainly on the Inside Foos videos. Another possession here for Robertson, another block for Dost. Another one as Dost up into the air and off the table. Blake just not getting a good read against Mark Dost, but he is getting possessions. You see here again, Mark showed him and then took it. HERMANS along the near wall. Ryan able to make the block. Americans won the first game, at least in good part thanks to 2 from goal from Ryan Moore, because Dost was defending well against Robertson in that first Tornado game as well. But Ryan keeping HERMANS out of the goal. And there's Ryan again from goal as he grabs it and fires it home. Beautiful shot here by Ryan Moore. Watch this. First the block. Now watch, he'll pin it and immediately bring it over to make it 3-0. Another chance for Twan. That one off the corner, then back off the near wall, then right back through Ryan Moore. And so, watch this. Up, back, off, and in. It's 3-1. And we've got a timeout. Blake Robertson will put the ball back into play. The Americans now leading 3-1 here in game number 3. Even at 1 game apiece, both teams having held on their home tables. And Twan Hermans with the steal here. It goes through that highly nicely. Twan will call time out. Over in Zone B in the women's doubles final, Mylin Tran and Lily Andres are leading Sandra Rolf and Maura Porman in an all-German women's doubles final, leading them 2-0 in games. This is Mark Dost switching into the forward position to shoot the pin and have it blocked by Moore. I think Blake Robertson might be happy to see someone besides Mark Dost back there defending. Ryan slides that one on goal and in. So another one from Ryan Moore. He has scored 2 in each of the 2 Tornado games. This one he shot softly to the short side, off the man and in. That was Twan Hermans back there, and it's got to be tough for Twan to move back there after playing forward the entire week. And especially on a table that he probably doesn't play a lot of goalie on. The pass here, and a chance to take a 2-1 lead for the Americans as Robertson sets it up and strokes it down the middle. Well, the Americans hold on their home table, the Tornado, and we're going to head across the arena, back over to the Leonhardt table, after Blake Robertson finds that shot down the middle. So back over to Leonhardt we go for game number 4 of this men's doubles final. Jim Stevens with you, sitting high above the sidelines, enjoying the show. And we're only halfway through, as we've got 2 more great days for you coming up of team play. The World Cup, as the United States tries to defend their men's championship. 2 of the players here. There's another one there. That's the great Tony Sprederman. All right, back over to the Leonhardt we go. As Twan Hermans will put the ball into play. We're back on the home table of the Dutch team. And he fires it home to the far side. Mentioned earlier in an earlier match, as we look at Twan opening up the scoring, we think, here in this 4th game. Mentioned earlier that our good friend, the great Patrick Myers, said that Twan Hermans' win yesterday was the biggest victory in the history of Dutch table soccer. Well, what if he doubled? What if he won 2 gold medals? Became the first player since Frederic Collignon to do so at the Multi-Table World Championships. I believe I said that to Patrick, and his response was that they just had to decide what they were going to build Twan Hermans' statue out of. What a great, great week that man has had. But first in singles and at least second, and there's DOST off the inside wall. It's 2-0. Beautiful shot here, and he's been knocking at the door. In only a matter of time before Mark DOST scored a bank. Nothing lead for the Netherlands team here in this 4th game as they try to send it down to one final game. Twan Hermans. That one knocked down by Moore and then knocked in. Inadvertently by Ryan, it's 3-0. So Ryan got the block on the first one, then went after the rebound and instead banked it right into his own goal. Got a timeout called by Robertson and Moore. I have to shout out to our good friend Joe Hesslinger, watching out in California, the director of the outstanding documentary Foosballers, which I think will be available to everyone to watch later this year. Nice to hear from you, Joe. Three-0 lead here in game number 4. Looking to make it 4-0 here, Twan Hermans. Shot down the middle, blocked by Moore. Now the Americans have fallen behind seemingly in every Landhard game they've played and been able to respond, at least to tie it up, but right now they're down 3-0. Picked up here again by Hermans. Twan tried to come down the middle, blocked and taken away by Moore. Ryan tried to bank it off the outside wall towards the goal, and Hermans will grab the rebound again. It's 4-0. So it does appear as though we will be heading down to an exciting 5th game, as Twan Hermans was able to get this one through and in. And taken away here, the loss by Robertson. The block here by Moore. Shot down the middle by Ryan, picked up by DOST. Mark DOST, his defense has been a huge factor in this match. Even in the 2 games that they lost on the tornado table, Mark really defended Blake Robertson well. Blake's shooting percentage for the match has not been good. Ryan Moore has scored, I believe, 5 in the match. And we're going to get a timeout called here. Mark DOST will put the ball back into play, leading 4-0 here in the 4th game. DOST able to bank that one off the outside wall softly, where it's grabbed by Hermans, who passes it through the high lane and looks to send this one down to one final game. Quick shot near side, blocked by Ryan. Rebound bounces back to DOST, who hammers it off the outside wall. Mark DOST with a couple of banks, one off the inside, and then this one nicely performed off the outside wall. And it's all come down to one final game in this men's doubles championship match. We'll open up with 1 ball on the Tornado table, then move over to Leonhardt for 2, back to Tornado for 2, and on until we have one team or the other winning by 2 goals. That was Ryan Moore's lovely fiance, Iveta. Twan Hermans, 1 game from doubling at the ITSF World Championships. What a story. And here we go. Blake Robertson will put it into play. Again, it's just 1 ball here on Tornado before we begin to alternate 2-ball sets on the 2 tables. Robertson along that near wall. Set it up against DOST. And then loses it. Mark will pick up the rebound. Sends that one up the table. Robertson able to pick it up, and he's going to get another chance here. Blake. Strokes it home to the near side. It's 1-0, and back over to Leonhardt we go. After Blake Robertson gets a second chance and takes advantage of it. Twan Hermans will put it into play. We're back on the Dutch home table, the Leonhardt. When it gets to this 5th game, it's all about stealing one on your opponent's table. You have to do that. You have to steal at least 1 in order to win the match. Again, looking to bank DOST has that one spin back to Robertson. We'll look to steal one right here as he sets it up and strokes it home. It's 2-0. Blake Robertson not taking much time here. DOST guessed far side. Robertson went near. So a huge ball here for the Dutch team. They need to salvage one of these 2. And guarantee that they would come back to their home table, and they do. As Twan Hermans rocks and then fires it home to the near side. Saw Ryan really baiting him for it and just simply didn't take it away before Hermans was able to find that near corner. 2-1 now in favor of the Americans. Back to Tornado we go. Robertson had it, lost it, fortunate to get it back. Blake. Try to take it out to the far side. There's Mark to make the block and take it away. At some point, the Dutch team is going to have to steal one on Tornado. Nice pass up that table. DOST to Hermans. Could they even it up at 2 here in this 5th and final game? Twan Hermans trying to take it out to the far side. Blocked up into the air and off the table by Moore. Ryan using that post-up defense, daring him to go near side, and he was there. Ryan puts it back into play. He has scored 2 in each of the first 2 Tornado games from goal. That one, though, blocked up into the air and off the table. Mark DOST will put it back into play. DOST tried to bring that pull kick down the middle and then couldn't hold on to the rebound. Robertson, who oftentimes is at his best when he immediately shoots it, does so here, and he strokes it home to the far side. It's 3-1. As we said, when he only takes a second or 2 after setting it up, he seems to execute better than when he takes his time. Americans leading 3-1 here in the 5th game. The men's doubles world final. And there is Ryan Moore. And we have overlooked perhaps a little bit Ryan's defensive abilities because he too has played an outstanding match, not giving up anything easy. He takes that one away and gains possession. As the Americans look to get both of them here on the tornado table. The beautiful pass by Moore. And the beautiful block by DOST. Wow. DOST all over the far side of the goal, just when he needed to be. Remains 3-1 here in the 5th game. Mark DOST setting it up in the center of the table. Tried to bank it. Rebound picked up by HERMANS. Twan HERMANS holds onto it. And fires it home to the far side. Big shot from Twan HERMANS as he finds the far side of the goal to cut the lead to 1 at 3-2. And now we are on serve, so to speak. Each team has stolen one on the opponent's home table. Back to Leonhardt we go, and Blake Robertson able to pass it through, and we'll set it up, looking to steal one back. Robertson shot attempt, DOST with a block. It's going to spin back to Blake. Down the middle, DOST with a block, and then Robertson couldn't hold on to the rebound. Mark, who has hit a couple of beautiful banks on the Leonhardt table, tried to come down the middle here and blocked up into the air and off the table. Ryan Moore will put it back into play. The Americans still leading 3-2. In game number 5.
Ready?
Moore pounds that one down the table on goal. HERMANS looking to get a possession, and he does along that near wall. Setting it up now against Ryan Moore, looking to even this 5th game up at 3 goals apiece. Twan HERMANS trying to flip that one over down the middle. Taken away by Moore. Ryan, pass attempt, taken away, and then passed through by Twan. HERMANS quick shot, blocked and taken away by Moore. Twan HERMANS trying to keep the pressure on offensively. We'll get another chance to even it at 3 right here. HERMANS fakes, taps, and then loses it. Really, for the first time in 2 days, we're seeing perhaps a little bit of nerves from Twan HERMANS. And that one's going to zigzag up the table and in. It is World Championship point for Blake Robertson and Ryan Moore. A bit of a fortunate one here. That was cleanly into the goal, the Z-Bank. We'll ask Ryan later whether that was intentional. Twan HERMANS. Big possession here for Twan. And it's taken away by Moore. Ryan, shot attempt. Moore again. We'll call time out. We have women's doubles champions. Mylin Tran and Lily Andres are the 2019 women's doubles champions. They just won that down in Zone B. Congratulations to them. That's Mylin's first world title. It is not Lily's first. Ryan Moore puts it into play, trying the pass play out of the timeout. Couldn't connect. It's picked up here by DOST. The Dutch need this one to stay alive, obviously. A lot of time going by here, and DOST quickly calls time out. Blake Robertson, Ryan Moore, leading 4-3 here in the 5th game. A goal away from the championship. As Mark DOST puts it into play. 4-2 lead for Robertson and Moore. That one blocked up into the air and off the table, and Ryan Moore will put it back into play. You kind of get a feeling that Ryan could score this one.
Ready?
Lining up the bank. That pull kick taken away by Hermans. Twan Hermans. Fires it home down the middle. On Hermans coming through, cutting the lead to 1 as he finds this hole down the middle, but will now move back to the tornado table. It remains world championship point for Blake Robertson and Ryan Moore. Blake puts it into play. No, that one kept out by DOST. Mark trying to bank it, goes wide of the goal. Picked up by Robertson, who can win it. Blake Robertson sets it up. And calls time out. One ball stands between Blake Robertson and Ryan Moore and a world title, and Blake will put that ball back into play. Robertson strokes it home to the near side, and there it is. Blake Robertson and Ryan Moore of the USA are the 2019 ITSF World Men's Doubles Champions. Great performance once again from Twan Hermans and Mark DOST as Hermans comes that close to doubling at the World Championships, the first time anyone would have done it since 12 or 13 years ago. There you see Ryan's lovely fiancée, Iveta Rakovichkova. They're expecting their first child here in a few months, and this is the one that won the championship for the Americans, as Blake Robertson showed patience and then showed that he could drill into that near corner for the win. Jim Stevens here in the finals area with our 2019 World Doubles Champions, Ryan Moore, Blake Robertson. Great job by both of you. You've been here before. You have won a multi-table singles championship. This was your first one. Did you feel any nerves, or were you pretty confident throughout?
With all the lights and cameras, there's definitely nerves.
And it also helps to have this guy back there as well. And you chose, and this is the question everyone's asking, you chose to play the entire event in the goalie position.
Yeah, honestly, we've played before, and that's been our best configuration since we've played. And he's an excellent forward, and I'm a good goalie too. So you add the two together, and it creates a pretty good team.
Now you get a world championship out of the deal. And over the years, you've gotten better at multi-table soccer. And do you really enjoy playing on the other tables and find it challenging in order to be successful on tables that you're not all that familiar with?
I love it. I love the challenge, and the tables are just different, but foosball is still foosball. I mean, no matter what table you go to, you just make adjustments, little adjustments here and there, and then you create, your game.
And Ryan, again, you've been here before. You've won a few World Cup gold medals as well, and you've won one. People forget you were on the 2009 U.S. team. Tomorrow we head into the World Cup. You guys are the favorites in that event. Are you looking forward to playing that team concept once again?
Of course. I mean, these events are fantastic, and we come here to play these, but the real whole thing of this entire tournament is the World Cup team. So that is something that you never get anywhere else in the entire world, is to be playing with the players you play against every single tournament. So to root on, all our guys, and it's a really cool situation and creates a brotherhood that we probably wouldn't have if it wasn't for something like this.
Yeah, some of these guys are guys you compete against on a regular basis, and now you're going to be on the same team, and it really does create that brotherhood. Well, speaking of teams, pretty good team here right now, ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 World Champions, Blake Robertson and Ryan Moore. Congratulations, guys.
I don't know why I did